All right. Welcome, Soul Family, New Earth creators. What an exciting time to be here right now, isn't it? If you are interested in learning some really simple yet powerful tools for manifesting your reality without struggle or difficulty or the 3D limiting implants, belief systems, and tactics of information and disinformation that have been used against you, you're going to want to tune in to this transmission. And this is a Q&A, so if you have any questions about anything that gets shared in here, please ask, because it helps and assists others who probably have the same questions, and it really opens up a lot of just more opportunity to go a little bit deeper into it. So I'm excited to be here. I've had so many incredible things happen, good, and I don't label things as bad because every single thing is a teaching. There's always a gift in every single thing that happens. And I got attacked by an entity yesterday, which was really interesting because I haven't really had that experience that I know of in the past. Usually it's just been people, projecting their stuff. But yesterday was very, very interesting. I may go into that, but I want to share these tools. So the topic for today is really about healing and clearing old programming. And this programming was part of what we decided to take on as part of our soul contract to come down here and be part of the greatest shift in recorded history. And if you're tuning into this, whether you're live or watching the replay, and any of this resonates with you, just keep an open mind. As my teacher told me, don't believe me, don't believe yourself, definitely question everything, as we must do as we're navigating out of this 3D programming of deception in almost every area. Media, medical, school, religion, science, history. It's all been inverted. And when we first begin to awaken to this truth, it can kind of piss us off. But let that be the catalyst to go, okay, well, if I'm pissed off, or I'm angry, and I'm holding low vibrational frequency, I'm holding judgment, resentment, lack of forgiveness, hatred, the lowest frequency that I know on the planet. Then, as a walking, talking, vibrating human magnet, that's what I'm going to manifest and attract. Just imagine all of those as timelines, events, desires, or things that you don't desire. They're all here now. None of it's in the future. The future doesn't exist. So, when you begin to do this every single day, wake up first thing in the morning and love on your body and all these trillions of cells that have been serving you in every moment since you've been in the womb, since before. And go into gratitude and start to thank everything and consciously create your reality every single morning and throughout the day. But first thing in the morning, before those 50 to 80,000 thoughts start running, I got to get up, I got to get ready for work, I got to get the kids ready. All that stuff's going to get done because you kind of have to do it, or you've decided to do it as part of your reality. However, when you begin to consciously create your reality first thing in the morning while your head's still on the pillow, and this may require some practice. Everybody that goes through the 30-day waking up in the dream transformation adopts this every single morning. And if they need to set their alarm a half hour, an hour earlier to go to bed a little earlier, there's nothing more important. Because so many people, and I don't want to use the word majority, hey Marty, hey Jeff, great to see you. I'm very careful with my words, and you would benefit to be also, because that's what's creating our reality. So I'm not going to say most people, the majority. I'm going to say some people still do not consciously create their reality first thing in the morning. And as a result, what they're doing is mostly running the same 50 to 80,000 thoughts all day long. And it's been proven that for most people, and I will use the word most there, and question everything. However, the studies show that most of the majority of people's 50 to 80,000 thoughts, 80% of those are negative. So if you've got negative thoughts running underneath the surface in the subconscious, like I used to have, big time. I was a judgeaholic. For those of you that have watched my lives before, you know, man, I share the shit. Because anybody can sit here and go, I'm so great, I got all the tools, da-da-da. But our vulnerability and our authenticity and be willing to share the stuff that we went through and how we got out of it, that's when people are going to relate with your frequency. Because you're being honest and you're going, well, you know, it happened to me too. We're still clearing, we're still learning every single day. But when you shift into what is the gift, this is trying to show me about me, and stop judging and pointing out everything that's wrong out there that sucks your energy and magnetizes more of that which you do not like to you, because you're either giving it your attention or you're speaking about it, or you're telling your story about something that happened to you 37 years ago that you're still pissed off about. Clear that stuff. Heal it. Here's a big key, and you don't have to believe me. Again, every single thing that has happened to you in your life, no matter how great or horrific, was part of your agreed upon soul contract before you came here. And I journey with people that have been raped, molested, people have been murdered in their family, they've been MK Ultra'd, they've been held as prisoners in basements and tortured. These are the people that face their stuff, they forgive, they go, wow, I really took on some heavy stuff here, but I'm going to clear it. I'm going to forgive everybody. I'm going to find the gift. And then I'm going to use my gifts and my experience to go on and hold compassionate, loving space for others. I'm going to give them a hand up. I'm going to share my experience and my tools with people that are interested. I'm not going to push them off on anybody because I don't need to. But those people that are interested in what you're sharing, whether it's art, your gifts, your heart, your smile, your music, your skill sets, they're going to be magnetically attracted to you. You don't need to worry. You don't need to try. You don't need to push. You can eliminate the words difficult and hard from your vocabulary. I'm going to talk about spell words to eliminate 10 of them, because almost every single person that I speak to is using these words. Want, wish, hope, try, need, should, going to, difficult, hard, want. They all tell your subconscious one of two things. Either your desire is still not here yet, so your subconscious goes, it's not here yet, it's not here yet, don't worry about it. This is what they didn't teach you in the movie The Secret or in a lot of manifestation books. I bought most of them. And I was like, wow, this sounds really good, this sounds really good. And all of the ones I read did not teach me how to go in and clear the underlying subconscious beliefs that I took on as part of my soul contract. When my dad died, when I was very young, my mom was in fear around money. My uncle had 8 kids, and it was all fear around money and lack of, you better eat that last pea on your plate because they're starving kids in India. Programming was so deep. And then I decided to go into Catholic school, private Catholic schools, with angry, pissed off nuns, where every single day was Judgment Day, with a little bit of love thrown in back here, but there was no love going on. And even in 2nd grade, I was like, my intuition told me, there's something that's really off here. So always trust your intuition. However, you must do the inner healing, because if you don't, your wound or your trauma is going to block things from coming in, because you're going to believe that you're right, because you still have a negative emotional reaction to something that happened to you in the past. So one of the keys that will get you out of your get out of hell free card, and again, I'm doing my best to share a lot here. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to pop them in to the comments here, because it'll help everybody. I'm just talking to Jeff to remind Jeff. But if this resonates with you and you have a question, don't be afraid. This is a safe space. We're all each other's teachers. Everybody's my teacher. Everybody's your teacher, especially anybody that you may still have a judgment about, or that triggers you, or that you may not have forgiven. So the real key is in inner healing. Okay, here's a question for you. Hey, B. Okay, so I'm going to stop for a minute. Why would a loving God consent to creating so many painful life experiences to have as lessons? Great question. Great question. I'm going to do my best to answer it. And one of my favorite mantras that has changed my life is, I know nothing. I know a couple things. I know how to track frequency. And that's what the course is about. Because so many people are just running on automatic reaction mode, judgment reaction. And the 3D matrix is set up to have everybody against each other, Republican, Democrat, white lives matter. All they do is trigger people all day long, keeps them stuck in 3D. So I know nothing opens up. It completely removes my little tiny belief system, which is a prison. Everybody aware here that your belief system is a prison? Maybe not every belief, but 99% of them. None of them came from you. They all got handed to you. And most of them limit you greatly. So when you have the courage to go, oh, I'll just eliminate my belief system, I know nothing. That way, everything can come in. Everything. Because even a really smart person, their beliefs wouldn't even fit on the head of a pin. We're in nursery school. We know nothing. And what we think we know and what we defend and we judge and we block, and that keeps us stuck in 3D lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. But if any of this is resonating with you, you came here to break free this time. And it's happening right now as we speak. In fact, it's already done. It's just the practice of unplugging, doing the inner healing, and then consciously creating your reality. Because as these new energies keep coming in and people are forced to wake up, they're also enhancing and unlocking your DNA, amplifying your pineal gland, getting you to remember who you are and not give your power away to anything outside you. No Buddha, no God, nothing. You're it. You are God. And that may trigger some people. And if it does, don't get pissed at me. Just go, why does that trigger me? Because you've got a belief and you've been holding on to it. Just go, isn't that interesting? That is a 3-word mantra that will completely change your life. Isn't that interesting? Instead of judging and reacting, you catch the feeling of, I want to react. And you go, isn't that interesting? Let me think about that. Wow, isn't that interesting that I automatically reacted? That's the tiny little belief system and the emotional trigger. So many people believe that they're right when they have an emotional trigger, but that comes from a past wound. And they go, I'm right. They're not right. They've got an emotional trigger from the past. And they haven't yet learned the tools to go, well, I just got triggered. What is this trying to show me or teach me about me? What is the gift here? If you don't stop and go, what is the gift here? You will judge and react, and you will stay stuck in 3D forever. This is a time to go, I know nothing, and I'm ready to learn. I know nothing, and I'm ready to learn. Isn't that interesting? And every time you have a judgment or a low vibrational reaction about yourself or anybody else, stop immediately. All the tools are here, super simple, super tiny book. Children can learn these tools. And my YouTube channel is filled with 300 to 400 hours of free talks on all this. Nothing is held back. And for those who would like to do the 30-day journey, reach out to me. I do it with 4 people a month. It'll completely allow you to heal very quickly, and you will never forget and go back to giving your power away to anything out there. You will not judge anymore. You might have a judgment, but you'll catch it immediately. Most life-changing thing I've ever done. And for anybody that goes through it, the majority will tell you the same thing. So B's question is, why would a loving God, ourselves, she understands that, consent to creating so many painful life experiences to have as lessons? The trauma blocks things from coming in. Oh, I love that. So it's time to remove that trauma and heal, right? And why would you choose that? Because you were an an unlimited divine being. You knew you could come down here and be part of the greatest healing shift in recorded history ever on a planet that is really key to the whole cosmos. Everybody's watching Earth right now. We're like the #1 show, and they're all rooting for us, except for maybe the dark ones, but they're being removed. Don't give them your energy. And the only way they can attach to you and lower your frequency is when you have a judgment or a trigger or a less than thought or a fear or a doubt, or you're stuck in your ego. When you begin to shift and go into gratitude, love, kindness, compassion, excitement, my favorite word, the highest frequency, you start to magnetize because you are a human, walking, talking, vibrating magnet in every single moment, whether you're aware of it or not. So we knew that we would remember, and we knew that when we came down here that we had to forget everything in order to go through this roller coaster ride that has more thrills, spills, and ups and downs than any other thing on the planet. The only reason anybody would ever chosen to come down here is to help clear thousands, if not millions of years of deception, inverted deception, and forgetting that we are unlimited divine beings. So, B, the question remains is, do you still have anything to heal or clear? If you do, you don't beat yourself up about it. You just go, okay, what triggers me? What am I afraid of? Am I in lack? Am I in fear? Am I in doubt? Do I hide around people? Am I afraid to speak my truth? Am I able to look in the mirror every single day and do the mirror exercises? I love you. I love you. I love you. Amidst anything that comes up, you know? Oh, you're not that good. You're a loser. You did this, you did that, you did drugs. I don't like your glasses. Your hair's thinning out. I love you. I love you. This is all just a magical suit that allows us to navigate through here. It's the greatest gift ever. It's the most incredible vehicle ever created. And if you're not loving on it, there is no way that you're going to move into 5D. So let's talk about the keys to healing. The number one key to healing is understanding that every single thing that happened to you was part of your agreed upon soul contract before you came here. Even if you got raped or you got abused or your mom was an alcoholic and beat you, or I was locked in my room for months and months and months on end and had stepfathers that ruled with an iron fist and beat me with big wooden paddles because that's what they learned. Okay? I chose all of it. All of it. But at the time, when somebody told me this 20 or 30 years ago, I'm like, I was in denial because the pain was strong. I'm like, there's no way I would have ever chosen this amount of pain and suffering to go through. I was suicidal several times in my late 20s and 30s. I had a gun to my head. I was ready to go. I'm like, I'm out of here. There's too much pain and suffering here. I'm a loving human being, and this is a pretty fucked up deal. Luckily, I didn't check out because I didn't want to hurt my mom and other people. I didn't really care about myself because when you're in that much pain, you're not thinking. You don't care. You just want out. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Okay, then I can't help you. If you're in resistance to that, then, you know, seek it out on your own. Keep asking questions of it. Because we're clearing thousands of years of deception and pain and suffering. So we're clearing it now. And you must clear it and heal it and then help the others. Remember that. And like I said, you don't have to believe me. I don't want to trigger you. I know that you're searching by the questions that you've asked and by you reaching out. I don't have all the answers, but if what I share with you doesn't resonate, then I don't have anything else to ask you because I've gone through this stuff for 30, 40, 50 years. I've been down the rabbit hole. And it's all frequency. And right now, if you're in pain and you're pissed off and you're angry and you're not manifesting what you desire, there's a trauma within you. It's not out there. And when you're ready to face it, you'll face it. And this is all part of your journey. So again, be kind and loving to yourself. Let's everybody just send love to everybody right now. Everybody on the planet. Everybody that's loving, everybody that's in pain, all the people that are trying to poison the children, the pedophiles, the people in government, the medical system, all the deceivers in the school system, anybody deceiving in religion or the money or the banks, or let's just send them love. Because if you're in resistance to them and you're hating them and then you're trapped. You must realize everybody is perfectly playing their role in this awakening. But if you're holding any negative frequency towards anybody, you're holding it. Your magnet is holding it, and you will attract light frequency, like people, like situations, more lack, more anger, more narcissists, more whatever. You are a walking, talking, vibrating magnet. Are you in gratitude right now, B? Are you happy? Are you thanking every single thing? And everybody else on here, I'm not singling you out. I'm sending you lots of love for showing up and asking a question. Because it's important, and I understand. I used to ask my teachers so many questions, and even when they told me, I was like, I don't get it. And my mind and my ego is just like struggling because it was holding on to the old thing because I had emotional triggers and wounds attached to it. Yeah, I understand, dear one. I know. It's okay, but you're showing up. It makes me want to cry. I really appreciate your vulnerability and your honesty. That's your way out. Not going, I know all this shit and I'm pissed off and all that. No, I appreciate it. You're in there. We're sending you love. You are being surrounded right now by so much love. And everybody else is too. Everybody that picked this journey, you're a freaking hero. Even if you feel like my life's messed up, I'm stuck in the 3D job thing, I don't have money. Don't worry. Do not focus on negative vibrations. Find something to be grateful for. I've got a heartbeat. All my cells are loving on me in every moment. I got a computer right now. I'm tuned in all over the world. I can connect with people, even if I'm alone, wherever I live. I've got water. I can take a shower. I've got food. I can go out in nature. I can get sun on my face. I can love on my body in every moment and let it know that it's safe. I'm safe. Right now in this moment, I'm safe. And if the triggers or the fear comes back, then reach out to a friend or go do some mirror exercises. I love you. You're safe. Love on that little girl inside that's afraid, that got hurt. She's reaching out to you. If you're telling yourself, okay, this is a good one. I love you so much because you're bringing up some really great stuff here that a lot of other people are going to see. The last live got shared in like 60-something groups. I don't even know how many groups I'm in because I didn't sign up for all of them. The good thing is people are resonating with this stuff and they're going, it works when you use it, okay? So when you tell your subconscious that it is extremely difficult to feel grateful, the subconscious goes, okay, so let's be in more deep pain. Let's magnetize more deep pain to me. And that might be part of your awakening, dear, when it was for me. I had to get to so much pain that I was either going to kill myself or I found somebody that could mentor me through the process. That's what happened to me in 2001. I was living in my recording studio in San Diego, California. I refused to go back into the 3D job market because I was a high output guy and they just took advantage of me. I got carpal tunnel. I got shingles on my chest. I had all kinds of issues from working and putting out so much 18-hour days. I'm like, I'm out. I'm never going back. So I chose what I love. I moved into a recording studio. I built it up. I recorded people from all over the world, and I never looked back. But I was in hell. I was drinking a lot of alcohol, partying all the time. I had some of the best times of my life, but I was harming my body. And I was stuck. And I was angry, even though I was super funny, super comical guy. But a lot of my comedy was disguised as pain. And luckily, one day, one of my friends mirrored me on that. And when he mirrored me, it hit me so freaking hard because I didn't even realize it. I wasn't even aware that my emotional reaction was running it, and people could see it and feel it, but I couldn't see it because I was just controlled by it. So I've invited you to use the tools, go through the process. Anybody can get the book. Anybody can get the digital online course with the PowerPoint trainings. Anybody can watch the YouTube channel for free. You got to do it. You've got to stop telling yourself that it's difficult. You've got to go, what is the gift here? I'm in pain. So what do I do? What do I do? What am I in pain about? Am I angry at somebody? Here's the key, dear one. Have you forgiven every single person, including yourself? That'll free you. If you're in pain, and it's not like physical pain because you got in a car accident or whatever, which I ended up with body pain because of the emotions that I was holding in my body, because it wears you down. So you must be loving on yourself. And I invite you every single morning to wake up and go, I love you. Thank you for giving me another day. Thank you for purifying my blood and allowing me to process things at the speed of thought and allowing me to have this body and allowing me to resonate with people that are here sharing gifts. And I can track that and I can feel it in something deep within me. Even if I feel like I'm really messed up right now, I'm following my intuition. And I promise you, it will not lead you wrong as long as you're not a victim. So you've already admitted you're suffering, you're in deep, and you're reaching out. I just intend that some of this gets through to you. Find things to be grateful for. Align with the other people, but don't go around to everybody and tell them your story if it's all low vibrational. You might be able to explain to them what's happening, but then accept 100% responsibility and go, I chose this. And even if I don't want to believe I chose it, maybe that's the key that'll unlock everything for me. Taking 100% responsibility, even if it pisses me off at first. And then you go, okay, well, anger and resentment and hatred and lack of forgiveness, that's going to keep me stuck. That's what the 3D matrix wants you to do. So the entities can come in and feed off you, so you attract more narcissistic people and people with those low vibrational frequencies. So begin to heal, All the tools are in the videos, all the tools are in the book. Don't count on somebody else to heal you. I assist people in healing. I do not heal other people. Nobody else can heal you. Maybe if Jesus Christ himself showed up, but nobody has the authority to alter your soul contract and heal you if it's not your time. And when your time comes, you'll do it. Trust in that. So sending you lots of love, lots of love. Find everything to be grateful for and love on your body. All right, so let's go over some tools. Okay, so we must forgive. That's number one. You can attempt to manifest everything and, get your nice house and car, and that's all great, but nothing outside you will bring you peace on the soul's journey for longer than just temporary. Got to do the inner healing. And from my experience, 99% of it comes down to understanding it was part of my soul contract. So what is the gift here? I would write that down, those 5 words. I would put them on your bathroom mirror. I would recite them every day. What is the gift here? What is this trying to show me or teach me about me? If you're still blaming anybody out there, you're fucked. You're trapped. Ownership. Ownership and self-love will free you and heal you. Ownership and self-love will free you and heal you. And you must forgive everyone, no matter how painful it was. You might have been the father or the rapist or the murderer in another lifetime. We're all switching roles. You chose this. And if you can even be that much open to it, even if everything in your energy field tells you, I would have never chosen this. Be open. I'm doing my best to give you a key. This is for everybody. Everybody. This is for me. This is what changed my life. And this is why I share this with enthusiasm every day with people, because it's an honor. Assist the others. Heal yourself and then assist the others and do what you love and only do what you love. Never work a job that you can't stand. That's you saying, I don't trust in the universe and I'm just going to take this because I got to pay my rent and there's nothing better. That's a lie. It's a 3D program. You can feel it. You know when you're in a shitty job, being treated shitty, being squeezed for every last frickin' ounce of your energy to chase the dangling carrot that you might get $1 raise in a year or something. Come on. Begin to trust in yourself. If you want some assistance, reach out. People that put their trust in me, I take them under my wing like family. And you'll never be the same. Once you get it, you will never go back to judging. You will never say a less than thought. You will never tell a less than story, because why would you? When you see how it works and that your magnet's on all the time, and that the only person that's going to save you is you. Accept responsibility and be very gentle with yourself. That's the key. All right, so I'm going to go over these mantras again. Real quick, I would invite you to write them down. I used to listen to things in YouTube channels, and I'd read books, and in my mind would go, yeah, that's really great, that's really great. And then I'd go buy the next book on money or abundance, or I'd go, that's really great, that's really good. And they weren't teaching me how to go in and clear the subconscious beliefs. Once you figure out how to do that by tracking your frequency and using these tools, you'll clear stuff so quick. 30 days. 30 days or less over a lifetime. I journey with people that are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decades young. Never use the word OLD. It's a spell word. Why? Because you've got trillions of cells in here. They're consciously aware, and they're listening to every single thought, word, and feeling that you have. And they're taking instruction from that. Your subconscious is. So don't ever tell it anything. See, the issue is people want to describe what's going on with them, and they don't realize that when they tell everybody their story, they're just keeping it active. So they're like, well, how do I get out of that? Start telling a different story. Wow, I'm so grateful. Wow, I woke up today. Wow, I've got food. Wow, I've got a knob in my bathroom that I can turn, and all this water just washes over me and blesses me. I've got a toothbrush. I've got a refrigerator. I've got electricity. Millions of people died yesterday, and I'm still here. Now, if your ego's running the show to go, yeah, well, I don't really fucking care because I'm pissed off that, that stuff happens. You can feel that frequency. It's negative. It's sticky. It's calling out to be healed and met. That inner child is suffering, and it's trying to get your attention. Hello, hello, hello. And if you keep telling your story and judging and being angry, you just keep yourself stuck in low frequencies. Begin with gratitude. Begin to heal and begin to forgive. And every single thing will shift in your reality. And again, if you need assistance, reach out. Okay? So, the powerful mantras are, I know nothing. If you adopt that and you can be cool with that, every single thing in your reality will begin to shift so quickly. You got to catch it. And that's what the waking up in the dream process is. You begin to track the frequency of every thought, every word, and every emotion. And you eliminate the ones that don't come from love, joy, excitement, gratitude, kindness, and compassion. And yes, you can do it. Even children can do it. I see it happen every month. People reach out to me, they go through the course, and they've got kids, and the kids go, well, I don't want to do that. And the kids accept the tools quicker because they don't have 40 or 50 years of programming. They're excited. They're curious. And they're pointing out to the parent, Mom, you need to catch that. You just had a judgment. And they're all learning it together. Anybody can do this. It's just you were programmed in the school system and religion and through the media to run these 3D programs that are basically implants. They're automatic reactions. And the majority of people, well, I take that back. Many people are still automatic reactors. And those are the ones that watch the television and believe that if they pray and give money to somebody in the church, that somebody will throw them a bone. Jesus never said that. He said, you will do greater things than I. And I'm not into religion, even though I grew up on it. I went to Catholic private schools. I was an altar boy till 9th grade. Not into it. The truth was removed to control you. If that triggers you, look at it. I didn't invent it, but I've been down the rabbit hole. And I can tell you it's deception. Maybe not all of it. Yeah, there's some good people in the church and whatever. Track your frequency. Track your frequency. When you have a judgment or a less than thought, or you're feeling fear or doubt, stop. Stop running the story and agreeing with it. When you agree with it, you attract more. Use these tools and stop that shit. It can't be any clearer than this. You're not abandoned. The tools are here. Use them, please, if they resonate. If not, then, you'll find something else, or you'll decide to hold on to your story and the pain more because you must be getting a payoff from it. It's what you know, and I understand that. You've been running it for years and decades. And now it's time to shift. And everything on the planet and all the information that's coming out and all the tools are here. It's just a matter of deciding this is where it stops today. Boom. All right. So, mantras. I know nothing. That'll change your life. That'll open up more information, dimensional things, remembering than any tiny little belief system. Because if you're defending your belief system, you're trapped, you're in nursery school, and see in the next lifetime, you'll have to relearn this stuff. The next mantra that'll change your life is, isn't that interesting? Instead of judging, if something challenges you and you're like, oh, just go, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting is neutral. You're in 0 point. Now you're the observer. The reactor and the judge is, I don't like that. That goes against my belief system. You're trapped. You just got 3D programmed down, and your vibration is now down here again. In the New Earth timelines, these low frequencies don't exist. They can't. That's why you're being invited, and everything's showing up to get you to see the program and the deception. It's in your face. It's been more in your face for the last 2 to 3 years since 9/11 and everything else. It's been in your face. Are you willing to admit it and look at it and go, oh, wow, they really did a good job. And I agreed to it. Woo! Why? Because I knew I would transcend it. Fuck, what a great ride. Wow. I love aligning with the others, and I love assisting and sending love and compassion to those that might not be ready yet. And that's perfectly their role and where they're at. So I don't judge them. I don't call them, sleepers. I don't call them ignorant or stupid. That means my ego's running the show. I say, I remember when I was like that, God bless them. And I'll be here to give them a hand up if they want to come and ask a question. Every judgment we have keeps us stuck in 3D. Every single one. Judgment is the biggest addiction on the planet, way beyond drugs and alcohol. I wrote a whole chapter on judgment here in the book, but more importantly, how to dismantle it quicker. And all it takes is a little bit of practice, and you can heal decades of anything in 30 days or less. Actually, less when you're ready to do it. When you finally decide to own your shit 100% and find the gift and track the frequency, you will start clearing stuff so quickly. You'll just go, why don't they teach this in school? Oh, isn't that interesting? Why didn't they? Because they're controlling you. But you knew you'd wake up. So let's do it. All right? So isn't that interesting? Instead of judgment, lets you observe and not react and not get pulled down into 3D. The next mantra is, what is this trying to show me or teach me about me? Anytime you have a trigger or a judgment or a less than reaction, stop, catch it. You have an internal guidance system which tells you when you're believing a lie or you're reacting to a wound or an old belief. It's built in. Instead of being justified and keeping yourself stuck in 3D for lifetime after lifetime, go, there's a trigger. Stop. I'm going to own it right now and I'm going to clear it. And some of them, they might take more than one time. But you give yourself 30 days on this, you'll begin to clear shit so quick, you'll be like, oh, that's why they don't want us clearing anything, so they can control us. No, it's a no for me. Not going to happen. I don't submit. I do not give away my power. I do not submit to slavery. I kind of did in a way to come down here, and I grew up in the U.S., and I was sold into slavery when my birth certificate was signed in capital letters, just like many other people. We became slaves of the Royal British Crown, which owned the corporation of the United States. It's all easy to find. It's all coming out. It'll be coming out real strong over the coming months. So, okay, so spell words. And then when you can run this mantra all day long, thank you, thank you, thank you. I talk to the flowers, I talk to the plants, I talk to the wild jungle dog, I talk to the water buffalo, I talk to my remote control, I talk to my water with apple cider vinegar. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. When you can shift into gratitude and see how magical this is, and that you're creating all of it, and that everything you thank just starts to pour into your life, more money, more incredible people, more health, more magic and miracles that aren't really magic and miracles. They're you, an unlimited divine being, the God source, not lacking anything. Finally remembering. You'll just go, oh my God, I'm so glad I finally decided to get rid of those old stories and old triggers. And I knew I'd do it. That's why I came here. All right? Cool. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Let me go into my notes here that I write down at 3 in the morning when I wake up every night. Okay, guys, something close to you for you. So, we're going to reprogram the subconscious. That's the whole key in remembering. Reprogramming the subconscious. There's a guy on Facebook named David Allen. Davidallen. If you go to look up David Allen, you'll find 900 million of them, because it's a very common name. But if you go to my friends list, under my friends on my page, and you look up David Allen, you'll see his logo. There's only one. David Allen understands that it's your words that are creating your reality. So many people are just running these spell words. Want, wish, hope, try, should, need, going to, hard, difficult. And you're just programming the subconscious to create more of that, more of that. I want it. It's still in the future. I need it. I don't have it. I'm trying. That means it's not done. You eliminate these 10 spell words from your vocabulary, and even a child can do it. And you can do it in days, not months or years. I see people do it. They'll get on the first call with me when they go through the 30-day journey, and they'll go, yeah, I need to do this with my girls. I want, I wish, I hope. And I mirror them on that, and I go, you know, all 4 of those words, need, want, wish, hope, they're all telling your subconscious, it's not here, it's not here, it's not here. And the subconscious can only take a direct order. It's not complicated, but they didn't teach you that. Why? Why wasn't that taught in the movie The Secret? Why wasn't that taught in a lot of the books on manifestation? Because they left it out on purpose. Because a lot of those books were created by people that didn't want you to know. Imagine that. And that can be tough to understand from a person that's loving and came here to uplift humanity. Why would somebody do that? No, they didn't do that. Yeah, they did. They did. Okay? So get over it, forgive them, and go, oh, I knew I'd wake up. That was part of my training. All right, now let's kick some ass. I'm not going to use spell words ever again. Write them down. Get rid of them. I have a whole video that's free on my YouTube channel around spell words. It's only like 7 minutes short. It'll change your life. So as you watch this and listen to this stuff, you can go, yeah, that's really good, that's really good. But if you're scrolling and doing all this other stuff and you don't put this stuff into play, these tools are simple. There's only 3 pieces to this process. It's not a thick book. You can read it in a day. You get a daily tracking sheet. You fill it out every night. How many times did I catch myself drudging? How many times did I have less than thoughts? How many times did I have fear? You start to catch these instead of running them on automatic. You start to dismantle decades of automatic programming. Boom. Most powerful thing I've ever done, and that's why I love sharing it. So, next thing. Yeah. So if your soul's ready to completely transform the way you see and manifest your reality, these are the tools. Come investigate it. If it resonates with you, I'll get on a call with you. It's not a sales call because I don't want somebody that I have to pull uphill. If it's a yes for you, great. And if it's not, I'm not going to try and talk you into it because I don't need to. I'm only journeying with 4 people a month, 4 slots a month. You'll thank yourself. Yeah, there's an investment, but you can do it. And then you'll never look at money the same way again. You will never entertain a lack thought ever again. Can you imagine that? My whole life, until about 5-7 years ago, I was struggling for money. That was my program. I chose that as part of my soul contract. I always just got by. I always just got by. And that was pretty good. But I didn't know that I was just running that story and telling my subconscious that. So many people are telling their subconscious, money's difficult, money's hard, I need more, I hope I get more, I wish, I want. And subconscious goes, that's all in the future, it's all in the future. And they don't even realize they're keeping themselves stuck. Yeah, pretty interesting when you figure it out, but it completely changes your life. So I think I'm done. Yeah. Consciously create your reality every single morning. Every single morning before those thoughts start running. And set alarms on your phone to go off during the day and tap you on the shoulder and go, psst, where's your energy? Where's your frequency? If you don't do this, the 3D program is going to own you. You must dismantle it. It's the fastest way that I know how to do it. This is it. If you're interested, reach out. Be happy to get on a call. If you want to grab the book, go grab the book. Through the weekend, it's on sale for half price. There's a digital online course you can get for less than the price of going out to dinner. It's got the PowerPoint training. It'll show you how the ego is doing what it does and why it does it. And once you see it, you'll go, oh, that's how they get almost everybody. Once you see it, you'll dismantle it. Amazing. So the book's getting converted to a book for children. Children are not going to have to go to school for 12 to 16 years ever again to get taught what to think. It's a diabolical program. What they're trying to teach and push on kids right now it's satanic. Yeah, I said it. It's the truth. And when you wake up and you finally see it, you'll be able to assist. And you don't need to fight it. You don't need to fight it. That's the old way. You observe it and you shine your light on it. No more fighting. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that interesting? That you don't have to fight to step into your sovereignty? All you have to do is own it and understand how frequency and energy works. You unplug from everything that's sucking your energy, and you put your attention and focus on that which you love and that which you're grateful for. And every single thing shifts in your life, your health, your relationships, and your abundance. You're a walking, talking, vibrating magnet, and these are the tools. And I'm happy to share them with you and with myself. Big love. There's a link in there. All the information's there. The replays are on my page and on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Portal to Awakening. I intend that some of this resonated with you. I'm just talking to Jeff so he doesn't forget. And such an exciting time right now. If you are not excited, there's a 3D program running. Check it out. Big love from Thailand. Have an incredible weekend. And stay excited because that's the highest frequency. Stay in gratitude. Create your reality every single morning, throughout the day, and before you go to sleep so your subconscious can work on it. I just used the word work. I caught it. So your subconscious can play with it and embed that into. So you catch these words. Okay? Envision your ideal reality as already here now, never in the future. Never. It's okay to map out a plan for your business or whatever, but understand, those that learn to see it here as already here now, and they feel it with the excitement of a little child, you don't have to work hard. It'll show up. You'll be guided. Follow your intuition. This is the new earth laws we're remembering. May you stay excited and be excited and shine your light and your own unique gifts with everybody that you come in contact with, even if it's just a smile. And smile at those you used to judge, because if you judge anybody, you're stuck. Remember that. Big love.